It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Thursday, May 21st, 2020. It is 7 a.m.
It's not raining yet.
Not till tomorrow.
Yet.
We got a lot more coming.
Placing my bet on this afternoon.
This afternoon?
This afternoon, you think?
I haven't even, I updated the forecast.
I think tomorrow. I think we're good till tomorrow. I think that's just my opinion.
We were
I'm going to speak that into existence because I got stuff I need to do tonight.
That's what I was trying to do.
What?
Just speak it into existence tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
But not
I got my
when-
grass mowed, though.
Not when it's raining when I'm walking in here, though.
Boy,
Who
the other
wants
day.
that?
Would you hear the other day it was raining here on the road?
Yes.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was going to fall in on me. Back there. Kind of
It's either
scared
that
me
or
a
the
little
crows
bit.
fighting up there. One of the two. Good morning, everybody. Welcome down on the corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Alicia Sharp and Scooter Callis over here driving everything.
You got it.
53 inputs today, huh?
Yeah, I'm probably only going to use 40-something of them.
The life of a director.
No, it's all fun. It's all part of the fun.
It is. Yeah. I get to do a couple of shows, a couple of production during the week. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy sometimes the production can be more fun than sitting over here.
I need to go back and look at the first shows we did and see how it gradually evolved.
See how you've come along?
How I ended up adding all this stuff.
We need to look at what was the first show? October 30 of 18?
I don't know. I'll go through and pull it and see.
Right before Mom died, yeah. Anyway, welcome to Down on the Corner program brought to you by your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. And I think everybody here, the gentleman here from Rotary would even agree that shopping local.
Oh, yes.
Shopping local.
Yes,
very important.
Community needs that
You
right
bet.
now. Yeah.
You bet.
I mean, we were just talking yesterday about how many millions of dollars that we've actually lost in Baxter County.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it 200 million?
Pretty close.
500?
It was.
200
It's a
million?
lot.
It was
It's
a
more
lot.
than I'm carrying with me now. I know that.
More than you came with?
Yeah.
Well, if you've come with close to that, I need to get
I think about 45, 46 bucks. Anyway, your hometown Sears store, is locally owned and operated. JR does a great job here. They've got appliances, home entertainment, lawn care equipment, craftsman tools. And tell us again about the
maintenance program.
Maintenance program, yeah.
They got maintenance programs for anything and everything in your home. From the lawn equipment, the mowers, the weed eaters, to your appliances inside. They'll come in and they'll clean it. They'll check everything. They'll make sure it's running efficient. And when your appliances are running efficient and they're clean and it'll actually save you a ton of money on your electrical bill. It really will make a difference. And they come out to your house and they take care of it. And trust me, JR can work on anything. I mean, he's done it, I think, his whole life. And
born with a 9/16 wrench in his hand, huh?
One of the biggest things, and we're talking about a hometown store, so it's locally owned and operated. They're still connected in with the chain, and they're still getting in all the Sears stuff and this and that.
The Kenmore and stuff.
But they are locally owned, and the one right here in Mountain Home, they do all their service work right
in-house.
Here in-house. They don't send it out. You bring your appliances or whatever, or they'll come pick it up even, and they'll work on it right here and get it back to you. And it's just a lot better situation.
Well, a lot of them now are energy efficient.
Yes.
Appliances, which is
and
really
they help
nice.
maintain that too.
I was in the other day, the lady was picking out a microwave, and they were going to go out and install it, put it in for her and everything, and yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
Your hometown Sears store, 1029 Highway 62 East, like where? Up the hill behind Wendy's, is out in front of Physical Therapy Connection, same parking lot as Orscheln's. 425-3191, the very best in home appliances, entertainment, outdoor lawn care equipment, and tools, Craftsman tools.
Yes.
I've got a bunch of Craftsman tools.
I bet you do.
I got a bunch of Craftsman tools.
I have a bunch too, somewhere in the garage.
They're handy, let me tell you.
I need to.
But you can't be,
I need to organize.
Sears in past years, but I remember as a kid being in the big Sears store at East St. Louis, Illinois. Man, we love to go to Sears. It's like 3 or 4 floors downtown, had the full garage and everything. But visit your hometown Sears store. If you're up in Howell County, Missouri, or Ozark County, Missouri, come on down. Love to have you all come down and visit your hometown Sears store. Love to have you come into Mountain Home and and visit with a little bit, spend some money. We love your money.
We love you.
Well, yeah, that too, but
It's not all
let's
about
be
the money.
serious. Your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East. And several of us here enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. Except those that are drinking Dr. Pepper.
I got frozen
Coke.
That's my
Diet
thing
Dr.
in the morning. I get my one
You
frozen
need to send me
Coke
some
in the
free of
morning.
these.
Brewed Awakening coffee.
Advertising.
The hospital lobby open to the public yet? Anybody know? Can visitors go into the hospital where Brewed Awakening is the main lobby? Is it restricted still?
He asks this every day.
I don't know. They asked me why I was there. I was there for a meeting. I'm not sure if people just wander in to get the coffee. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to say for now, we'll just back off and say due to
Well,
social distance.
I think they're still doing checks at the doors.
Checking it. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm pretty sure they're
So
still
I'm
doing
going to
checks
say
at
two
the doors.
locations to serve you the best coffee in town. Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza by Anytime Fitness. Mike and his staff do a great job at all three locations. One of these days, the hospital will be back open for visitors. But Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. They have the mochas, the lattes, the frappuccinos,
All that.
pumpkin
Good
spice.
stuff.
What's your favorite? The French vanilla?
French vanilla.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Oof, boy.
What I would call foo-foo coffee.
Yesterday, I had a look of panic. I came in without my caffeine this early, and he drinks black coffee. I don't drink coffee. Well, I did, but I had.
Sheer
It was
panic.
mostly. It's just the look of panic of how am I going to get through this hour without caffeine? So I had a lot of creamer in my coffee.
She like
He
coffee
makes
with
it
her
strong.
creamer. Yeah.
I don't drink coffee.
I don't either.
Check
don't
out
either.
Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, just
I
drinking
love-
muddy water.
But Brewed Awakening, I love, cappuccinos,
Well, yeah.
frappuccinos.
So drive through
I
sometime.
keep saying that every day, but I still don't get anything. They still,
You talk a good game.
I'm trying.
Roller
You
Funeral
know?
Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. They've got a tough job, even harder than directing TV,
They do.
Uh-huh.
They do. But they have a
Could
passion
you do
for
what they
it.
do?
I don't.
I can't.
I can't. I don't think I could. I don't have that kind of passion. That's why I said, and I tell everybody, you want to know the difference, Roller Funeral Home, just go in and talk to one of them, and you'll quickly relieve where their passion, their heart, and their drive is. I mean, they feel like they've got a calling to be there, do what they need to do, and they're there to help. They're there to make a difference. They really are.
Unbelievable. Yeah. 29 Roller Funeral Homes in the state of Arkansas, with one in Memphis, Tennessee, ready to serve you. In emergency situations, passing of a loved one after a long illness, whatever the situation may be, or pre-planning, talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris. Anyone there can help you. Roller Funeral Homes, when they say with all our respect, that's how they do business, with all our respect. It's not just the motto. So let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, on a positive note this morning, I want to express my thanks for our civic organizations, one which we'll be talking to in a few minutes. These people in our civic organizations donate many hours to community service to raise money to help others. Lord, the unselfishness of these men and women hopefully sets an example for our young people. I pray you bless the civic organizations and the people they help, and we're grateful for their service. And that's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
Can she do it?
go ahead.
Oh, no.
No, go ahead.
I'm not taking that
Go,
away from
no,
you.
no. You go right ahead.
Da, 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 da.
See, she's on key.
But there's no heart to that. There's
no raspiness
I want to
or
feel
what-
a little bit of soul.
Mark
when
plays
you
a
do it.
trumpet. You need to
There
talk
you
to Mark.
go. He needs to.
Did you bring your trumpet? We'll do a duo.
Darn.
Darn.
Morning
I
weather brought to you
can't
by
take
the
that away
ZT.
from Scooter. He just, I see a tear in his eye right now.
I am completely
No.
fine with this.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retiredtoarkansas.net. Let's take a look at the river. A little bit of fog this morning. That
A
dew points
little
up.
bit of fog this morning.
Well, at least you can see the river today.
Yeah, it's
See?
been a whiteout.
Normally the
before,
fog is
so.
so thick the mosquitoes sit on
Yes.
top of it,
Yeah.
you know?
Mosquitoes.
You're looking
Yesterday-
into Baxter County from Marion
Not
County.
pretty.
You can see the river, and you can kind of see where the bridge would be, and you see a little bit of the clearing in Cotter Park, where they have the little baseball field and railroad museum down there. Little bit of fog over the river this morning, looking into, of course, the White River. separates Marion County from Baxter County, Arkansas. You can go to retiredarkansas.net. Little camera icon there. You can save any picture you want. It's fun to watch the thunderstorms across there.
I would
That's
not
what I
complain,
like to watch is the lightning
fog or
and
not, if I had that view.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't complain.
I'd probably go through a whole pot of coffee sitting on that back porch looking at that river, let me tell you.
That'd make for a tough morning, wouldn't it?
Oh, suffer. Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zador, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. They need some listings right now. You know, they're down just barely over 400 listings right now. So if you're looking to maybe need an extra bedroom, expecting a child or something like that, and need to downsize, whatever it may be, call the Z-Team now, and they can help you get listed. Real estate is moving. When Bob was here on Monday, on the 18th, $2.5 million in the MLS for 1 week and $5.5 million. So $8 million worth of real estate have sold in 2 weeks in May. So the real estate market is good.
It is. It
It's
actually is
good.
really good right now. Believe it or not.
Oh, it is. Yeah, when you can move $5.5 million in 1 week and $2.5 the next, that's pretty good money.
Yeah, if you're looking to make a change, whether you're downsizing or you need to get something bigger, now's the time because there's buyers out there. There really is.
They're ready, you know. And so from Marshall to Mountain View to Gainesville, all the way over to West Plains, the Z-Team is ready to help you today. Call them at 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Weather-wise right now, we're at 58 degrees in Mountain Home, 56 in Harrison, 57 at Batesville, 60 in Salem, 58 at Calico Rock, 57 in Flippin. Marshall checks in at 55, West Plains at 60, St. Louis at 56, Poplar Bluff at 60, Springfield 57, and 55 in Watford City, North Dakota. That's not bad. And my son and daughter-in-law and grandson are coming home.
Well, good.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
When are they doing that?
Going to be good. I'm ready for them. Shower activity across the United States, Montana, Idaho, Washington, with some heavier showers right now. Then we have a line from South Dakota, central South Dakota, across Nebraska into Kansas. A little bit in the panhandle of Oklahoma, kind of dissipated there. A little bit of shower activity to the west-southwest of Dallas. Then on the other side of the Mississippi River, showers around Nashville, all the way over into the Raleigh, North Carolina area. A little bit in South Carolina. Mainly moving north-northwest, all the way up into Ohio. In Arkansas right now, we've got shower activity in the southern part of the state. That will affect Highway 167 and possibly a little bit on I-30. And a little bit on I-49, where it just kind of inches across the state line out of Louisiana. Other than that, all the other highways are clear right now. Highway 62, 412 east and west is clear. Highway 67, 167, Little Rock to Batesville on up to St. Louis through Poplar Bluff. Highway 65 to Branson. Your interstates, 30, 40, 49, 55, 555, and 530 in Arkansas look like they're in good shape. In Missouri, we'll pull this down here. I-44 and I-49 look good. I-70, Kansas City to St. Louis. I-55 to St. Louis from Blytheville, Arkansas. Interstate 64 east from East St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon in good shape. And I-57 at 24 at Carbondale, no problems there. A little bit of shower activity down around, what's showing up at Union City in Martin, Tennessee, moving over toward the Clarksville and Dixon area on I-40 in Tennessee. No watches or warnings right now for Arkansas or Missouri. There will be some flood advisories that should be anticipated with the forecast. You can see some flooding going on in Virginia, West Virginia, and North Carolina, and portions of South Carolina there on the map. 7-day forecast today, patchy fog, high of 73. This afternoon, 50% chance of showers, low of 62. Showers on Friday, T-storms likely. 79 degrees on Friday, cools off to 64. Saturday, 40% chance of showers, high of 84, low of 67. Sunday, the showers continue, 60% chance on Sunday. Memorial Day, 80% chance of showers. We're high of 80 to 84 all across the way there. Wow, boy. Bull Shoals Lake at 691.66 as of 5 o'clock this morning. Norfolk Lake at 578.50. Checking the highways for any accidents. I got slow traffic at West Memphis on I-40 at 55. Gee, what if they're doing any road construction over there? In Missouri, don't forget that Highway 201 in Arkansas turns to Highway J, and they're working on the Lick Creek Bridge. That highway will be closed until about August. And before you travel up into like Howell County, Ozark County, check for any flood watches just north of the state line. Oh, allergy right here today is at 8.5. Grass, hickory, pecan, and mulberry. We're looking pretty good there. We ran the coronavirus for Arkansas. We're in pretty good shape. I think we counted, 33, somewhere between 33 and 35 in the 6-county area. So counties of Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Fulton, and Izzard. I think we had a total of maybe 33 people that we checked earlier. Oil prices today at $34.01. What have I missed? I'm actually on time today at 7:15.
That shouldn't be. You're never on time.
Never.
Well, you know, because I've been over here studying, so
Oh,
I haven't been bugging you. That's why.
That's why I'm on time. Okay, 7:15. I think morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Linda's a professional stager, so when you list your home with the Z Team, she can set the house up for that certain eye appeal. And you know, there's sometimes they actually have a contract on the house before the sign goes in the front yard to tell people that they're for sale.
I know every week they end up having homes with contracts before they even hit the MLS.
So yeah. All right, 7:15. Rotary Club's here, so stick around. Be right back.
Yes.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm, be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is, Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. 4-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry. Come be a part of our dental family.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
When you think
Almost 7:21, and Alicia, you want to introduce our guest? We got Rotary Club here.
I'll let you know. Go ahead.
Well, we got Mark, Lane, and
Yep.
Wes are here, and we're social distancing best we can here. We got
We
some of the
are.
gentlemen over here on
We
the other
are.
set, and so we want to talk about Rotary Club. And I talked with, sent an email to Larry and Brenda Nelson, and Rotary's handing out some really nice scholarships for
Yes.
some students.
I see that. I mean,
What
let's
you got,
see.
Alicia?
Did $10,000. Let's see, you gave out $10,000 for direct scholarships. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, sure. We gave $10,000 to direct scholarships, people that applied specifically to go where they're going to go, University of Arkansas, Arkansas State, or somewhere else. And then we also had $8,000 that we contributed to the Mountain Home Promise scholarship
That's
program.
wonderful. But how many young adults, how many kids did those go to? Do you know?
On the Promise or the other?
On the Promise.
We don't really have a way to track that.
300,
I mean, there's hundreds.
Just divide it up.
Hundreds,
Yeah.
so it's
For the
divided
need.
up
Right.
between.
Is it divided
That's a
equally?
great thing.
It goes into a pool, and what they do at ASU Mountain Home, they only pay the last dollar. So if a student gets a Pell Grant and is completely paid for, they may not know that, but they apply to go to ASU Mountain Home knowing that it will be paid for. And sometimes they use this money that is donated, and sometimes they don't have to.
Right.
And that's the good thing about how they do the Mountain Home Promise. It pays the last dollar only. They don't give it to you up front. They will make sure you get the lottery scholarship if you apply for it. If you
Yes.
apply for the FAFSA, to prove your income, and if you get a Pell Grant, you may not need it. So we have helped the Mountain Home Promise by filling in part of their budget every year for whatever they need, and we keep this $10,000 separately for ourselves. I mean, at the Rotary Club, so if students apply to go to Fayetteville or ASU or Tech or anywhere else, we have kids go all over the country.
That's
But
right.
anyway, they apply directly, and so we keep those and we look through them separately and make separate $1,000 awards, and that's what the $10,000 is.
That's a wonderful cause.
So now,
So this is is it a one-time?
So one time, but they can reapply.
Okay.
per
Okay.
semester, per year?
Per year.
Per
Per
year,
year.
it would be per year. Yeah. My daughter was a recipient
Oh,
of that
really?
Yeah. Where did she go?
years ago. ASU Jonesboro.
Yeah.
Good.
Did she graduate? And
She did. She's a retail banker now. So yes.
that's a success story.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Great.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also got the scholarship back with the flipping, but Bull Shoals Lakeview awarded me a scholarship, so
Yeah.
I've kind of come full circle
It
now. I'm
does a lot of good.
part of
Does
the
it feel
scholarship
good to
committee
help
and handed them out.
Oh, yeah. It feels good to help somebody else when you've been in the same
Yes.
situation, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was that mom in the auditorium.
Oh, yeah. Well, our scholarships are awarded to students that are from Mountain Home High School, Norfolk High School, or
She went
Cotter
to
High
Mountain
School.
Home.
So it's Baxter County only. And we've had kids that have come back later in life trying to go to college as like a single mom that maybe they're 33 years old, but they graduated Mountain Home High School and they can still apply.
So they can still apply. That's a good
Yep.
thing to get out there. That
So
Say that again now. Somebody.
somebody say like myself, but I won't say that. I mean, okay, so
33.
I'm old. Okay,
Yeah.
33.
There you go.
33. If I decide to go back to school, what they're saying is I can go and I can apply. If I've graduated from
That's
high school,
awesome.
I have my college degree. But even with a college degree, if you decided to go back to college, can you?
you can, we may not give it to you
Well,
because
understandably, but
you want to help
others
people
that,
starting out, and,
Yeah.
and sometimes you think, well, that person's already had a bite of the apple. They got they went and got a degree in whatever, and they want to go back later and get a second degree. Well, you got to balance. Is that more important than someone starting out? So
But
it's always a
say
balance.
single moms.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, people that want that second chance to be able to go back to college,
That
have
would
the
be good.
time.
It's just
Go back to
awesome
college?
to see the kids get the opportunity. I mean, a lot of kids, you know, those opportunities when we were younger weren't there.
They were not.
And
yeah.
see some of these kids.
I did get scholarships, but
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, you know,
Yeah.
there are scholarships and stuff to get, but now everybody has a chance. I mean, it's just cool. It's just cool to see them have the opportunity.
well, especially with the
Dude,
lottery
I mean,
scholarship.
his daughter's in the medical field.
Well, she's going to school to be in the medical field, so yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
She's got a lot of school.
and
She'll
what-
be gone 8 years. I
and
mean,
what's that medical? What she said in?
she wants to be an endocrinologist,
Yeah.
and we don't have one here, so she is excited.
But no,
See, now
gentlemen,
we did. Are they not here anymore? We don't. I know Kristen had to go to Children's Hospital.
Really?
Our daughters are type 1 diabetics.
My daughter's a type 1 diabetic.
Really?
Yeah.
And see, that's what
Yes.
Scooter's daughter is studying.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she wants to go into endocrinology. Kristen, my daughter, wanted to do that in the beginning, but then she changed her major into banking, so she's doing retail banking now.
My daughter thought she'd be an endocrinologist, and she did go to medical school. She is a physician, but she ended up being a pediatrician and is probably going to do GI. In fact, she works for Le Bonheur Hospital in Memphis right now.
That's
doing her
wonderful.
residency.
That's awesome.
That's wonderful.
But now, with these scholarships, does Rotary recognize the fact that we like to bring as many young people back to keep this economy here? You know, we're not the biggest economy here. And, you know, Mark Hopper and I were talking before we went on, you know, all of my boys are all over. North Dakota, Tennessee, Northwest Arkansas, you know, Greg's with J.B. Hunt. How do we bring some of them back? I know Alicia's daughter's close,
She's close, yeah.
but
I think with that Promise program, it really helps keep them here because they're going to stay local here,
Right.
Mountain Home, hopefully for the 2 years, and graduate and maybe go somewhere. But in that time, you know, maybe I went to Mountain Home, ASU Mountain Home 1 year, left to go to a 4-year college and then come back
And do
later
the-
in life. But yeah, it's always to
That's
try to
a
keep
challenge.
people here.
That's a
It's
challenge.
It is, and
I
it's hard.
I have seen a lot of people come back to the area after
Sure.
a while.
yeah.
Yeah.
But now, all you gentlemen are professional people. What do you see north central Arkansas? Let's kind of go from, say, Yellville to Salem with Mountain Home. What do you see in the next, say, 20 to 25 years for growth in clean, perhaps in industry or new job opportunities? What would you?
I think this pandemic has pushed
Pushed everything back.
telework, and a lot of people can leave the city and come here and just work remotely and maybe go back
No, that's a good point.
once a month and do a meeting. If you can, I don't know. I think this has pushed the envelope that way, in my opinion.
There's also been a lot of work done. You know, I serve on the Arkansas Economic Development Commission, and the highway project of 62, 412, trying to be 4 lanes. There's been a lot of work done. A guy named Gil Lacerdo has really built that focus back up, and we've gotten some widening projects on the state STIP plan, STIP, I can't remember what that stands for, but it's the 10-year long-range planning. So a lot of you talk about any kind of jobs, the transportation is just a killer here. Like poor Baxter International, they bring in raw materials by rail to Cotter, and then they have to have a truck, put it on a truck from Cotter all the way over here. And that plant would never get built here today. Absolutely would not happen. So we've got some challenges as far as industry for transportation, but on the other side, what Wes is talking about, at Big Creek, we just had a member join this week from California. So I think you're going to see some people wanting to get out of these places that have been hit hard by the pandemic, and they've got other issues that they're fighting with too, and they're wanting to get, and they're looking on the map, well, they don't have coronavirus in Arkansas.
Yeah. You know, and that's good, and it's scary at the same time.
Yep.
Really, if you think about it.
Let me say something. Sure. You talk about how we get these kids back. You know, the scholarship, the wording on the application says the way we base the awards are, scholarship awards will be based upon need, academic achievement, community involvement, and future leadership potential. And so that's a general overall, but at the same time, when Mark or Wes or I or anybody in the committee is looking at these applications, and I personally, if I see a kid, like we had a tiebreaker this time, there was like 3 or 4 kids for the last 2 spots. 2 of them were going to out-of-state colleges, and 2 of them were going to be in Arkansas, and I tend to weight it higher myself if they're going to be in Arkansas. If this kid's going off to Timbuktu, the chances of them coming back here are much less.
I was going to ask about that on the tiebreaker.
That's how I voted a tiebreaker. Now you can vote your conscience, and you can follow these general guidelines, and that's the great thing about the committee, because generally there's been some people on the committee, and I'm one of them, that tends to, if you're going to be engineering or you're going to tend to be medical school, I'm more appreciative of that versus some people just have their favorites, and some base it basically on total need, or if it's a single mom with 3 children, or if it's a child that their father is incarcerated. It generally comes together pretty well, and the right kids get it. But it's sort of each individual person on the committee can weight it their own way, and then it all goes into bucket sorted, and then it rates out.
You know, one thing comes to mind, I want to throw this out. Dr. Long comes in at least once a month, and we talk about teachers that have just graduated that come back. Now, if you graduated from Flippin or Cotter or from Mountain Home, and you can come back to your own school and teach, that gives you, in my opinion, an extra sense of pride. You've been there, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you want to play football or baseball and you lived in Chicago or lived in St. Louis and you can play for your hometown team, I think you're going to try harder. Do you see that aspect of bringing people back? If you're going to be here, live here, and work here, you want it to be a success because you've seen other successes here. Does it make sense what I'm trying to say?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I think what Rotary tries to do, and other civic clubs, is just make this a better place to live. And like you said, in turn, that's going to bring people back.
Yeah. And want to be here.
Exactly. Yeah.
On raising the money, can you go into some detail on how you raise the money?
Well, that's a big one.
Yeah,
that's a good one for
we have a pancake day where
I saw that.
all of our members, we sell tickets. It's hosted at the cafeteria at the high school every year.
That has been
I've always been a big supporter of that.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I think I was on the griddle this last year, and just how many pancakes I was making, flipping.
I'd buy tickets.
It feels like millions by the end of the morning, doesn't it?
You come home smelling like idiots.
I started working for Sears in 1974, and at the time they had it at the Methodist Church across the street when the Methodist Church was downtown, right on Main Street. That's in 1974. It's been going on forever. It was Rotary Pancake Day. Yeah.
That's something I would always buy several tickets.
It's nice. I think now, if there's little kids football, it's going on at the high school field, and so some of those trickle in throughout the day too. And
that's good.
It's always a big turnout, and people waiting in line. And
that'd be y'all's football program, right?
Yeah. Youth football team.
We
so
raised.
You generate quite a bit from that.
I think.
That's
based on our scholarships, we did.
Is that what you
that's all.
Usually
but 18,000 last year.
18 to 20. I think it's been high as 27,000.
27 is the highest number I ever remember. Yeah.
27,000.
Yeah.
That is
just raised by the Rotary members.
Pancake Day. Yes.
That's a lot of pancakes.
Selling tickets for pancakes.
So basically, you're a professional pancake maker now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We even have our own griddles.
Yeah.
Come on, 7:34. We need to take a break with Rotary Club right after this.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-through window for all your to-go and pickup orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
.737, more with Rotary Club. We got Lane Zimmerman, Westwood, and Mark Hopper here. The history of Rotary, both in the international, national, and the local level. They've been doing a lot of good for a lot of people for a lot of years.
Definitely.
Who wants to take off on that? Mr. Zimmerman?
Well, Mark was smart enough to remember Rotary was founded back in 1905. He just checked on his computer and found that's true.
Made sure I was correct on that.
But it started in Chicago. A guy named Paul Harris wanted to, he was there and didn't know a lot of people and wanted to meet some other business people. And the term Rotary, which Wes remembered, was they rotated between each other's businesses to have their meetings. That's where the Rotary name came from. But it was started as a classification system. So you would have one banker only in the club, one lawyer, one veterinarian, one whatever. And that has changed over the years. Right. And so there were different clubs started around the world from that. The Mountain Home Club branched off of the Cotter Club, because Cotter used to be the main town in this area. And the year I remember was 1946 was when the Mountain Home Club was founded. So we've been here for over 50, 60 years now.
Yeah. Rotary's the largest service club in the world.
You know, Larry and Brenda Nelson were here a few weeks ago or a couple months ago. I cannot remember what was they talked about. They were doing some traveling or something. They go to.
They travel quite a bit. They travel quite a bit. Or they were.
They were doing something with Rotary. Right I was blown away by all the stuff that Rotary does.
Yeah. The main thing the Rotary's known for is polio eradication efforts. That's maybe what he talked about, but
I think that's it.
The polio eradication effort. It's down to a few countries, and like Pakistan. I can't remember the three.
Pakistan, and maybe a country in Africa. I'm not sure.
And a lot of these are war-torn areas, and in fact, we've had some polio volunteers that have gone in there and been killed because some of the rumors are that the polio drops are being used to sterilize the families, and a lot of it think we're going in there to kill off Islamic people. So that's absolutely not true, and nothing to it, but that's just one of the things that we've run into, and it's these very, very isolated areas, but we can't kill it out entirely, and then it keeps coming back. And if you can't send in the people with the drops to vaccinate the children, then it can expand again.
I remember, I grew up in southern Illinois, just outside of St. Louis, and I can remember taking the polio vaccine in the early as far back as If I remember correctly, you know the little cups you like put the ketchup in at the squirt where you get a little. It was a cup about that, and it was about 2/3 full, and you just drank it.
Oh, it's just
Right now it's drops. They will use
it's drops.
2 drops in the child's mouth, and that's it.
And then that's it.
So it's a oral vaccine.
Do you know which country in Africa? I do some work in Africa.
I would be afraid to say
it's got to be
Nigeria.
clear for so many years before you can call it.
Nigeria pops to mind, but I'm not sure. I couldn't swear by that. But at one time, there were 100 new cases of polio a day in the world, and that maybe probably not even in a year.
But when I was in grade school, we had victims of polio. They had the big old braces on their legs, And in fact, when I was in 5th grade, I helped one young man that was he was wheelchair ridden. I mean, the kid himself didn't weigh 85 pounds. The braces outweighed him that they put on his legs. Yeah. It was terrible. But I remember several polio victims.
A lot of people, if they've been in Mountain Home in this area a lot, remember Dr. Ben Salzman.
Oh, yeah.
And he was one of the small group instrumental in beginning the Polio Plus and the polio eradication process.
Yeah, I remember Larry and Brenda. Yeah, talking about that. Yeah.
So yeah, he's known internationally within the Rotary community from Mountain Home and our club, as national or international recognition for people, just because of him.
That's great.
The Polio Plus program, Rodeo, and the Rotary Foundation are so good at what they do that Bill Gates saw this and he joined with this program, and right now I think he's contributing $2 to every $1 that we contribute into the program.
Really?
As far as Rotary International, he's very
very
he has a
benevolent in that situation.
he has a very big part in this. So
matches per dollar. That's
it's
a really good. That's awesome. That's awesome. Really good thing. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Wow. So on the local scene, how many members in the local? I know there's a chapter in Lakeview here.
We have about, I think, 70 to 80 right now members. If I had to guess off the top of my head, there's a Bull Shoals Lakeview Rotary Club, and then there's also a Mid-Marion County that meets in Yellville. But that's about our size. We have been up over 100 members, but we're about 70 to 80 right now.
How are you meeting right now during this pandemic?
So that's a great question. So our last meeting was in March, and we meet at Big Creek on Thursdays at noon, and there's a buffet lunch, and we have a speaker. And so right now you can't have a buffet lunch.
Right.
You can have speakers if you want, but you have to be social distance, and so we have to no buffets, and we have to set the tables up just like any other restaurant. And so we're getting ready to have our first meeting today
since March,
just amongst ourselves with no speaker, and then 2 weeks from today we're going to have our first meeting back with a speaker, and it's our new infectious disease doctor that's just moving to Mountain Home at a great time. So
that'd be an interesting.
So we're no longer going to do a buffet. You have to walk in and tell the waitress what you like, and they'll bring it to you. So it's going to be a different world for a while.
That'd be an interesting follow-up if y'all don't mind to follow up with us after your meeting. Come up for another interview.
Yeah, well, Lane's the new doctor coming in. It's hang on a minute. Let me think of how to word this. When you come in from Norfolk Lake and you top the hill and you see Baxter Regional there, and you know about the library, and you know about ASU. A town of this size with what we have, and to bring in the quality of people, I think Lane's involved with the hospital more than anybody. The asset that is to North Central Arkansas, I think Baxter Regional covers handles 18 counties, both in Arkansas and Missouri.
That's about roughly right, Dale. It goes over in Missouri and
how many
overlaps.
counties in Missouri? 3? Howell, Ozark, maybe?
At least 3. But we look at it, there's Jonesboro, there's Fayetteville, there's Little Rock, and there's Springfield, and we're sort of in the center of that diamond, and we draw the bulk of those people this way. And the hospital here, a totally different subject, but is going off and opening clinics in lots of areas around this area.
Right.
And the reason we're doing that is brings the referrals back to here versus them going to, like Stone County. We have a large presence in Stone County, so there's a hospital in Batesville, and people there have the choice. As in the people in Yellville, they've got the choice of going to Harrison or Mountain Home, and we're trying to bring that all into Mountain Home. But talking like recruiting physicians, I think it's what you started here. We do have some really strong strengths to bring people to the area, the hospital being one of them, along with the natural beauty and then the other things about living here that we all know about. But we also struggle to bring people here because sometimes they want to live in a more urban area, and if they don't live in a more urban area, they want to have access to an urban area. And we all know that for us to access an urban area, it takes a 2 to 3 to 4 hour drive to get there.
Very true.
Quick story before we take a break. It's already 7:45. May 21st, 2018, I'm on the 6th floor of Vanderbilt University with my mom with squamous cell carcinoma. The doctor says, "What about palliative care?" Fine with me. What do I do? Where you live? Mountain Home, Arkansas? Baxter Regional. Go home.
Oh, really? That's a
I'm
great
on
story.
the 6th floor of Vanderbilt University Hospital in downtown Nashville. Go home. Friends with a couple of nurses. What do you got in oncology? We'll check with this doctor here. Got home, called him, boom, done.
Big compliment to our hospital.
That's that's a great story.
It happened. I mean, I'm like, what? I'm at Vanderbilt. Go home, Baxter Regional. With that, we'll take a break. 746 North Rotary after this.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands and appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears Hometown Store today and support a local member of your community.
At
7:48. And Alicia, what we're going to talk about? What we're going to?
Well, I think the list of the award winners.
Yes,
would be a great thing to.
So again, we talked about how the Rotary Club we take a bunch of money and we give some of it to ASU Mountain Home to use for their promise, but then we give I think it's 60% of our funds, and we give them to individuals that are going to colleges outside of ASU Mountain Home. But the winners this year, and we had 38 applicants, and again from the three high schools. The bulk of them come from Mountain Home High School, but we get them from Norfolk and Cotter. And this year there's 3 kids from Cotter that were awarded, which is a lot out of 10 of these scholarships, and 1 from Norfolk. So that's probably a pretty good representation of the population. But I'll just read them off. Tyler Sorters from Norfolk is going to the U of A. Courtney Benedict from Cotter is going to Arkansas Tech. Kaylee Middleton from Cotter is going to ASU. William Knox from here in Mountain Home is going to U of A. Catherine Chamberlain, she's actually homeschooled. I saw that as Mountain Home, but it's a homeschool, is going to U of A. And then Anna Grace Foreman from Mountain Home is going to Arkansas Tech. Ashlyn Martin from Mountain Home is going to UCA. Christian Crunkleton from Cotter is going to U of A. Satchel Harris and Anna Rogero, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, both Mountain Home are also going to U of A. So that's 6 going to Fayetteville, 2 going to Tech, 1 going to ASU, and 1 going to UCA. So it's a pretty good mix
I
this
think these kids
year.
deserve a round of
Yay!
applause.
Hey, yeah.
Did
Good
you
job,
say
everybody.
Terrence? I remember when I scored baseball at the fields.
Yeah, the kids going to
They
U of
grow
A
up,
now.
don't they?
Yeah.
You
Congratulations.
How many of your football and wrestling kids have moved on? Like
a bunch.
See, he coaches
Some
football
of
and
our
wrestling.
wrestlers. One of the girls that he named out there, she's was one of our girl wrestlers this year on the new team. So.
Well, it's
Good to hear.
the hard part is, we got 38 applicants this year, and for the most part, all of those are deserving.
Oh,
it's
sure.
then
Yes.
just like picking hairs, like why,
It's
to
hard,
narrow down to
isn't it?
10. That's the hard part. We had a runoff this year between 4 people for 1 or 2 spots, and it's so hard to pick.
But go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say, by the way, when the committee sees these applications, the names have been redacted, and anything in there that would identify who these are. So it's a completely blind process as far as who we're choosing on these.
You award it, and then the name comes. Right.
Yeah.
They're just looking at their qualifications, what they've done.
Right.
So that's.
We get each student has to give us a personal statement of why, what they're planning to do, what their background is, why they think they could make the most of the scholarships. And then they have to give us their grade point average and their ACT transcripts. And we used to ask for letters of reference. And a lot of times they would ask teachers or principals for letter of reference. And there was one teacher that I won't name, but it was a form letter. It would be, Bobby is strong, talented, and it doesn't matter what your name was. You were strong and talented. And it got to the point where I saw whose signature it was, and I didn't even read the letter because I knew what it said.
You already knew what it was going to
So
say.
we don't ask for letters of recommendation, but we do base a lot of it. I personally, the 3 things I look at are grade point average, ACT, and then that personal statement. And a lot of times you'll see a kid, they might have a good ACT score, but they've got a very middling grade point average. And I say middling like 2.7, because we got a lot of kids that are 4.0 plus because they take the AP.
Right.
And to me that shows if you're at, say, a 2.7, you're not putting in the effort. And it makes me leery of how you're going to, if you go to Fayetteville, are you going to be able to perform at Fayetteville if you're lazing through your classes here at high school?
That's a good point.
So
That is a
you
good
can
point.
perform well on the
'Cause
ACT, but if you don't do the schoolwork too, it makes me question your work ethic.
You see that they're performing well on the ACT, knowing that they're not pulling their full potential.
That's
on
how I
board.
look at it, right.
That's the way I would look at it too.
It's fun reading through their personal statement and seeing what all they have done, and it's amazing what kids in high school are doing these days, and just full involvement.
And I wanted to bring that up. Let's look at what's transpired. Let's say in the last 10 to 15 years, you've got Dr. Long at Mountain Home, you got Vanessa Jones at Cotter. Who's the superintendent down in Norfolk? I'm not familiar. I apologize.
It used to be
It was
Bobby
he was the
Holtz.
he was the
He was
the principal.
I couldn't tell you.
But the effort that the staff administration puts in. Now, I look back at my high school career, and it wasn't that successful.
You were probably honorary.
Yeah, probably. You think? But you got to hand it to these superintendents. I mean, they're active. They're not just behind the closed door waiting for something to happen. They're active.
Yes.
Right.
Cotter, Norfolk, Mountain Home.
I think we have a really good team put together in all the schools. Myself,
Especially Jake Long has come here as a young superintendent, and I think he's been very proactive with the school board and with the teachers as well. The guy I think he commutes 30 minutes to
He
get
lives
here.
in Missouri, yeah.
Yeah, he lives up in Missouri, and I think of him on those snow days where.
Oh, my.
What time does he got to get
Yeah.
up in the morning to get down here and see what the roads are like down here? But beyond that, I think he's done a real good job. Now, Vanessa was also, she came out of the Mountain Home system and has moved over to Cotter. So I love to see that. And I think both those school systems are growing. Back when the Governor Huckabee started consolidating the schools, it was a big concern about you had to get to that magic number, which I think was 385 students. And we don't have any of those issues around here. And then Norfolk continues to be a high level of achievement school. Their kids are always recognized some of these state awards for high achievement.
Yes, I've noticed that.
We've got some really good schools in this area.
We really do.
Yeah.
What do you foresee?
Credit that to the teachers as
Yeah,
well.
there you go. You bet.
Absolutely.
And now technology, with the coronavirus, I mean, I've seen churches that had never thought twice about having any type of camera, and they'll be calling Gil and Scooter down there. How do we get a camera? Now, how's it going to affect like the future of Rotary? Y'all have been meeting by computer?
Well, that's what we just discussed. They're having their first meeting.
Yeah.
But not by buffet.
What do you see in the
by
future now with the
social
school
distancing.
systems? Is it going to change after this?
I heard last night that the Bentonville School District is giving all their students the opportunity to attend online classes this fall.
They are.
And I don't know how they decide if 100% of the kids want to take it, or the teacher's going to go to the classroom and look at a camera only, or is it going to be a mix? And I sit on the University of Arkansas Computer Engineering Advisory Council, and they're talking about if a student has Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes, that they'll go in person on Monday, and then they'll watch from home on Wednesday, and then someone else will go Friday, and so they're talking about 50% kind of things. You watch halftime and you go halftime.
So they would be on campus at some point, but yet they could take it online.
That's what they're talking about at Fayetteville, and it's all up in the air.
It is. It really is at this point.
Is that for
kind of taking it one day at a time right now?
Yeah.
We'll see what next fall.
That's right.
Comes.
Yeah. It's going to be
comes
interesting.
next fall.
Yeah. How much time we got, Scooter?
About 3 minutes.
Final thoughts. Everybody's got about a minute.
Well, yeah, you guys pick. I noticed here about your technology.
What's it
I mean, I know technology's changed abundantly from paper to
Well, we talked about how the applications used to come in, and we used to get about 60, 70 applications, and it'd be a foot-tall stack of paper. And so it would go to Wes as the first, and he had to go through every one.
He's like,
and he would put a number on the top of each one, and then he would give that whole stack of paper to me, and I'd have to go through it, and then I'd give it to Mark. And it's April 1st deadline to apply, but then we've got to turn around and give the awards back to the schools so they can make their award ceremony. So it was always the last guy that got it had like half an hour.
And there's more than just 3 people on the committee, too.
Talk about
10 to 12 people. Yeah. But now it's all online. It's redacted, as Mark said. There's no names, no identifying features, and we can all look at them at the same time, and you can rate it 1 to 5 online, and it's real easy to do.
Much better system.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Wow.
And you don't get that big, huge stack of first.
Did you dread it?
He's probably thinking,
I think, is this your first year on the?
This 2017.
You said something about being first. I said, surely that's not your first year.
Yeah. I think the first year we transitioned into giving money to the Promise.
That's right.
Yeah,
you were in that meeting with Molly Morgan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you being there. The scholarship committee, we've had some changeover in the last few years. Martin Eggensberger, who was at the college, ran it for a while. Chris Carter at the Jewel Chest ran it for a while. Randy Swearingen ran it for a while. And Mike Heslop is the current chairman. Right. So there's been a lot of people that have looked at it through the years.
Yeah.
45 seconds. Who wants
great service. Great service
to
the community.
Yeah. It is.
Definitely. Appreciate you so much. I knew a lot of this, but in reading some of this, I thought, wow, this is just wonderful.
I should also mention Stuart Rogers was chairman before me, for a long time chairman of the committee too. I'd also want to mention, the city's getting ready to the Hickory Park and redo it for an amphitheater. That was a gift from the Rotary Club back in the day to the city of Mountain Home. Hickory Park was.
Yeah. Thank you. Very nice.
I don't know why it doesn't have Rotary's name on it. I think there's a plaque down there.
somewhere. I think, yeah, I know we put some plaques on some of the playground equipment one year, but.
That's great, yeah.
10 seconds. Who wants the final 10 seconds? Mark, Lane?
Come on, guys. Come on.
If you're interested in joining Rotary, contact a Rotarian. You can go to the website, let us know. We'll take you through the process. We'd love to have new members, absolutely.
But they have to propose to you.
That's right.
We're going to say, bye, see you tomorrow.